Hey, what's up guys? It's TechStreamer talking to you here. And yesterday, I launched a video talking about the iPhone 14, the new leak from John Prosser, where he revealed the iPhone 14's design 1 week before the iPhone 13 launch. And there were a lot of people with tons of new videos saying that the iPhone 13 launch was ruined and the expectations are too high now. Everyone wants the iPhone 14, no one cares about the iPhone 13. And everyone is going to pass out on this iPhone 13, and the Apple's master plan was ruined. But I think that that's more difficult to analyze than we think, and I think that the average consumer doesn't care, only the tech community. But it's very important to remind you, and I committed the same mistake yesterday, that we should not take this hype too much higher, because this is still a leak. Although it was John Prosser leaking, John Prosser is a very good leaker, by the way, and he has got all of his designs, or almost all of his designs, correct. I think that we must take these leaks with a huge grain of salt, because they are 1 year away. Apple hasn't yet finalized the design. They can change a lot of things. They can change the materials, because the materials are very expensive or they are not very fun to hold. They can change the glass pack, they can change the design still, they can change the components. If the hole punch display doesn't work, it can change it too. So there's a lot of things that can change, and I think that we should take these leaks with a grain of salt. They are great because lets us take a look to the future and make some decisions now in the present. Talking about the iPhone 13, of course. But before we go deeper on this matter, roll the intro. The iPhone 13 launches next week, and of course John Prosser had to ruin it. So John yesterday released a video talking about the iPhone 14's new design. Yes, the iPhone 14's, the phone that's coming in 2022, not in 2021. So the iPhone 14, as I talked about in my last video, has a new iPhone 4 inspired design. This design will be great to hold, great to use. The iPhone 4 is my favorite design of an iPhone ever. But there's a lot of things that are changing from this iPhone to the iPhone 13 that is launching next week. We are not even confirming the leaks from the iPhone 13, and we are already excited and talking about the iPhone 14. This is just crazy, mental. We don't know yet if the leaks for the iPhone 13 are completely real, which features will we get, if the design is complete, if we are going to get smaller notch, 120 Hz. We don't know anything about it yet, because the event will be on Tuesday, 4 days from now, and so we are not sure if what's coming is real or what the leaks indicate is real. And if the iPhone 14, imagine, it's coming in 2022, why are we giving so much importance and believing in everything that is coming and expecting and do not buying and making videos recommending not to buy the iPhone 13 just because the iPhone 14 is coming in 2022 with a different design that we are leaking 1 year before? Apple hasn't even done working on the iPhone 14. John Prosser made those renders out of some different parts from prototypes that Apple is working on. So, of course, that leaked video is very important because it indicates us that Apple is planning to launch this new type of phone in 2022. So, if you are not ready to upgrade yet, or you think that the upgrade will be very incremental, like coming from the iPhone 10, 12, or 11, even the iPhone 10, I think it's a good upgrade for the iPhone 13, but if you are using the iPhone 12 or 11, I think that the upgrade for the iPhone 13 won't be that huge. It's an S-tier. Of course, if you like 120 Hz and if you love always on displays and a little bit smaller notch, you will have to buy the iPhone 13 because that's your thing, your stick. So even if you like portrait video, maybe Apple launches for the iPhone 12s. I'm hoping because of the live sensor, but if it's not, well, the iPhone 13 will be exclusive. But if you are a person that wants all of those features, the iPhone 13 is for you, and you should not wait for a phone that's, in my opinion right now, not even done prototyping. So Apple is having done like making some decisions. The titanium that John Prosser talked about, is the titanium beyond the iPhone 14? Apple isn't sure, so we could not be sure. So you have to take them with a lot of salt, because imagine if Apple in the next year can make the old punch design not work. So for some reason the old punch doesn't work, then the display will be the same as the iPhone 13, and now we will be regretted for not to buying the iPhone 13. Another example, imagine if the titanium rails are too expensive or are very uncomfortable to hold, and so Apple decides to use stainless steel again. Or imagine the glass that goes to the edges, imagine if that breaks too easily, then Apple will recover the iPhone 12's design with the stainless steel covering the edges, or the titanium. Then it will not be an iPhone 4 like design, but more like an iPhone 12. So are you seeing what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong until the iPhone 14 launches. Of course, John Prosser leaking this is very important, like I said before, because it allows you to make the decision between, I'm going to incrementally jump for the iPhone 13 just because I think that the iPhone 14 won't be that much bigger, and I think that just for 120 Hz and always on display and a little bit smaller notch, that's it for the future, no more iPhone upgrades. Well, you're wrong. The iPhone 14 is indicating an even bigger jump for the iPhone 14 to the iPhone 12 than the iPhone 13 to the iPhone 12. So hole punch design, titanium rails, new design of course, and probably periscope lens on the iPhone 14. So all these leaks, you have to take a lot of grain of salt. I'm saying that if you are using an iPhone 12 and 11 and you're not sure if you should upgrade for the iPhone 13, think very well. Do you like 120 Hz? Do you cannot live without it? Then go for the 13. Can you live without it? Man, then wait for the iPhone 14. Wait and see. Keep the money on your pocket. And if you think that the iPhone 13 ends up being disappointing next week, and you are waiting, and you get to 2022 and think that the iPhone 14 was not lived up to the hype, then what? Buy the iPhone 13 refurbished. But the thing is, you have to take in mind that these are just leaks. You cannot believe them like that. You have to make your mind, try to understand pieces of them, analyze them, understanding if that those are real or those are fictional. Like, is it possible to Apple to remove completely the notch next year? Don't believe so. I think that the hole punch design is way more believable just because Min-Chi Kuo, Ross Young and now John Prosser have confirmed or leaked that. Yesterday, Ross Young talked about the fact that Apple is working on a hole punch display for the iPhone 14, for the iPhone Pros, of course, not the 13 or 14. So if you are just buying the 13, not the 13 Pro, or the 14, or not the 14 Pro, you are used to that, then don't wait. If you need an iPhone now or the 13, buy the 13. But if you have the 12 or even the 11, don't. Just use your phone, enjoy it. It's still a very amazing phone, and the differences between those two are not that big. Of course, the 14 is rumored to have the iPhone 14 Max and not the iPhone 14 mini, so a bigger sized iPhone that's cheaper than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But I believe that by doing so, Apple is creating a bigger rift between the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Max. So, for example, the iPhone 14 Max will have two cameras and a huge design and a huge display. But the iPhone 14 Pro, which is supposed to be more expensive but smaller, will have better cameras, which is the periscope lens also, and of course the hole punch design and the new iPhone 4 like design. So Apple is starting to differentiate the two lineups. So I believe that right now, if you are looking for the normal iPhone, you should wait or get the iPhone 13. Do not take much of attention of these new iPhone 14 leaks. But if you are looking for the pros, analyze really well. Do you need 120 Hz and always on display now, or you can wait one more year, get it next year, and then get all of those amazing features? That's for you to decide. I'm just here to tell you and call you to reason, because these are just leaks that are 1 year away. Like, they are the same leaks that are people talking about the Apple Car and the Apple glasses. I'm very excited for those, but I mean, they are just leaks that are 1 year or more years away. So I cannot take them that much seriously. Of course, the hype is huge right now, and you should buy the iPhone that you feel comfortable buying when you feel comfortable buying. So if your iPhone right now is completely dead and you need the new one, do not wait. The iPhone 13 will be the best phone to buy at this moment. So right now, don't buy any iPhone. Wait for the iPhone 13 that's coming on Tuesday. But after that, if you feel disappointed, then you should make your decision. Wait for the iPhone 14 and see what leaks brings you during the next year, or buy the iPhone 13, which is, I think, will be an amazing choice. But what's your opinion? Are you going to buy the iPhone 14? Are you going to wait for the iPhone 13? And of course, are you going to the Pro models, the normal models, the bigger size models, or the smaller models? Don't forget to leave the comments down below. It's very important to me to know all these things. But of course, while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are more than 200 subscribers now. Thank you for your support. Before going, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This was Tech Talking to you here. Bye.